Good evening and welcome back to Be Rich. Happy Deepavali. Today is a great day. After two Deepavali sitting at home, finally you get to come out and shop. Many of you have shopped to your heart's content. Wherever I have been, whether it's Dubai, Madras, or Salem, I have seen hordes of people everywhere in all shops trying and shopping their way to the heart's content. After 2 years, I'm seeing a lot of cracker shops open, people queuing up to buy crackers, and kids having a whale of a time. Sweetmeat shops are full, people are having a great time. I wish you, on behalf of me, my family, and my entire team, a happy and a prosperous Deepavali for you. Thank you for supporting Be Rich and my other channels over the last several years. Today, I want to go back to England to see what is happening there. Liz Truss has resigned, but the economic woes of our old colonial masters seems to get from bad to worse. From 1990, this is their highest inflation. They have hit 10.1. They have gone back to the great good old days of Thatcher and her predecessors. This is really ridiculous. What has happened is they have printed too much money, gave away too many gift freebies which they didn't have. The national health system is a mess because my friends who live there say that unless there's an emergency, there's no way you can get treated. Private medical is very expensive. Drugs are not available off the shelf. You need a prescription, and getting a prescription is next to impossible. And but anyway, these are the things, and UK seems to be in a terrible mess and will not come out of it for some time to come. And the main reason is Brexit. Because one, this has meant that cheap Eastern European labor, which was coming into Britain and doing jobs which the British did not want to do,
Correct.
has dried up.
And also the price which the British.
At the price at which the Eastern Europeans were willing to do it, are not simply there, and they have dried up. If you remember about last Christmas, there's a huge shortage of petrol, but then it turned out there was no shortage of petrol. There was a shortage of
Correct.
drivers to drive those containers, which would take material to the retail showrooms. And Boris, the then Prime Minister, issued special passes for 100,000 drivers to come for 2 months, but nobody turned up.
Correct.
So the British don't want to do these kind of jobs anymore. They have not produced enough children. The population of UK is declining and declining fast. They are not allowing migrants. They have an anti-migrant policy. The ex-home minister Sulela Braverman, who is an Indian descent from Africa herself, wants to block migrants. And this is a protectionist policy which is hurting the English more than anybody else because there is nobody to do the work. Cost of labor is going up. And as cost of labor goes up, wages increase. When wages increases, there is a wage spiral. And the wage spiral is what is creating inflation. But this 10.1% is not only because of wage spiral. They have to thank Mr. Putin for that. Putin is playing the energy war and not supplying enough gas. And most of these people thought there will be a complete solution.
Correct.
And Russia would keep supplying them gas and would not blackmail them. Has come cropper. Russia is indeed blackmailing them, not supplying enough gas to Europe and creating a big energy shortage. This has added oil to a burning fire and making it burn even better. The government, in its stupidity, announced tax cuts and increased liabilities. And when the bond market felt that it could not raise the money, the bond yields fell and the bonds fell, price of bonds fell, and people were rushing out for an escape gate. So, what does the future look? To discuss that is with me, my brother Vinod Srinivasan. Vinod, you were in Cambridge. How bad was it?
Well, it's bad. If you see the price rise across the board in the groceries, it's phenomenal. From what we've been seeing in the media, milk is up by 30%. Low-fat milk, which is what majority of the adults in UK consume, is up by 42%. Flours, all types, which is what they bread is their main consumption in UK across the whole country is bread. Different types of bread is consumed by everyone there. That's up almost 30%. So this 10% is an average of a basket.
Yeah.
But if you look at the price of their food,
that's much way above.
Yes, and not only the poor are affected. Now the middle class are biting. People we know who are middle class in UK, they are now grumbling and complaining, which is very fresh and very new. That coupled with, like you rightly said, winter coming, the soaring gas prices. Most people are not even turning on their heating as yet because they're scared of the bill.
Yes,
which
that
can
I
come.
saw. People are.
Yes.
There's an old lady who I saw in an interview to Financial Times.
Yes.
Said that she kept the heater off and wore sweaters at home.
Correct.
And felt very cold because she didn't want to pay the gas bills.
Correct. And there's a complete disconnect between the political elite and their people, because the Tories have no clue on how it's biting. Because most of the Tory guys, I don't think they've ever even walked in and seen the price of bread or any of this. I don't believe these guys can be sitting in the parliament and debating and talking the way they're talking if they have any insight on what's really happening at the ground level.
No, the Tories are really fighting among themselves.
Correct.
They got Boris out.
Correct.
And then there was a bloody campaign.
Correct.
And they bought Liz Truss, and Liz Truss didn't even last 45 days.
Correct.
She might have resigned in 44 days.
Correct.
But you have to find in that 44 days.
Correct.
Was the momentous funeral of the old queen.
Correct.
So there was a 15-day mourning period.
Correct.
Where nobody did politics.
Correct.
If politicking was allowed from day one, I don't think she would have lasted 30 days. The mercy of Her Majesty, the Queen Elizabeth, has saved her, gave her the 44-day time.
Correct.
Even then, one of the shortest serving finance ministers and prime ministers of England in a very long time.
And I completely agree, they were upset with Boris lying to the parliament and everything. But in the price of, I think just for him lying about parties or whatever, they were in no shape at that point in time to pull the plug on the Prime Minister. They would have been better off to show stability and to keep going with the ship, steer it.
But he is another loudmouth guy.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult. I don't know whether they'll get somebody sensible.
Yeah, but now the rumors are in the papers that saying that there's a door or opportunity for him to come back actually, because they don't want to hire a brown man.
They don't want a brown man.
Yes.
So they are saying Penny Mudart or...
she's nobody, Anand.
But they know that's what they are saying. And so they need things to fix. Instead of fighting on who is going to be the Prime Minister, they should turn their attention to the economy. They need high interest rates. They need a good recession to correct prices and then come back into this again.
And the more they prolong this recession, the bigger the bite is going to be.
Because you are not going to be able to solve all problems.
Correct.
By trying to solve it halfway, you are going to make things worse.
And it's only going to fracture their country even further.
Yeah, Scotland is asking for independence referendum once again.
Correct. And Wales is not very happy with being stuck on the side of England also. So there's no way them sitting in Big Ben, in London, next to the river, manage to control all this anymore. I don't think, unless they are willing to, Tories are willing to say, okay, we made a mistake and call for general elections.
If they call for general, they'll get wiped out.
But there's a better option and saving the country than this, because all of them are going to be remembered. Like the Lebanese politicians now are remembered in infamy for ruining the country. Lebanon became what it is because of their politicians. UK is going to become a nightmare purely thanks to their Conservative Party.
Okay, boss. And it was really good talking to you on this. I don't want to be very sad on a day of happiness.
Hey, but it's happiness in India. I mean, there's nothing.
We are having a good time. I hope you bought something in the Muhur trading. Yes. I did make some recommendations. Please go ahead and shop. And tomorrow we are going to have these kind of discussions again. But England is really going through a difficult time.
They always say it's the darkest before dawn.
I hope so.
Yes.
Thank you for watching, Dheeraj. If you like the content, hit the like button. press the subscribe button, turn on the bell notification. If you do not turn on the bell notification, we will not be you will not be notified every time we put out a video. Once again, I thank you for your support. It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.